This is your captain speaking. As you can tell in the cabin, we're hitting some shaky times, and it's about to get worse. So please take a moment, make sure you are buckled, and the loved ones around you are buckled, because we're about to hit Turbulent Truth. In 3, 2, 1.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, all the in-between.
All the in-between.
All of it. I'm Gary Chapman.
And I'm Scott Cutcher.
And this is Turbulent Truth, where each week we bring you whatever is on our hearts. We would say minds, but neither one of us actually have one. We combine them, and he takes the left hemisphere, I take the right. And no, wait, is that the way it works?
No.
Wait, no.
Strike that, reverse
the other
it.
way?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. See, that's why he's thinking, and I'm not. But we just give you what we got. We give you what, quite frankly, what God tells us to give you.
Yeah, that's the truth right there.
And sometimes it's just a freewheeler.
It is?
Because that most times is God in my experience. When I try to figure things out,
forget it.
I generally screw it up.
Right.
Given enough time,
Oh,
I
yeah,
will always
all the time.
screw it up.
Always screwing it
Just
up.
give me enough time and I will totally mess it up.
Yep, all day
But
long.
if I listen to the Holy Spirit,
Yep.
I'm always on point. I'm always correct.
Imagine that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Always.
So that's one of these. We normally dissect current events, and we'll drift into it. We can't help it.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
we pay attention. What do you want? You know.
Well, let's face it. At the end of the day, we are all get up every morning and go, what just happened? I mean, it's changing so rapidly
Every day.
and everything's flying at us, and truth is being unveiled, and people are trying to cover it up, and the light is being brought, is going into the darkness and illuminating all the BS, and we're all going, that's a biblical term.
Bad stuff.
Yeah, thank you.
Bad
Yes,
stuff.
Bad stuff.
That's what he's talking about. I know where your mind went.
Yeah.
He meant
Thinner.
bad stuff. Thinner.
We got to have fun, because if we don't, it's changing so rapidly. But that's the journey we're all on. So we just decide, you know what? We're going to go on the journey and bring you all with us. And that's why, please, if you get a chance, questions, input, insights.
There?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So turbulenttruth@gmail.com. Please interact with us.
Yes.
So
It's going to be a little bit of a bumpy ride moving forward. But do you like roller coasters?
I do.
I love them.
I do.
I truly do.
Really?
And
I didn't know you were a lover of them, though.
I am a lover of them.
Oh, well.
I would say aficionado.
So Lydia has a friend.
You let that whole word
She
come out and you
loves
didn't
that.
even acknowledge that.
Aficionado. It was good.
Aficionado.
That's
6 syllables,
I
brother.
know, but you're so good at the toilet paper word of the day.
That's true. There's not that many people from Texas that'll give you 6 syllables at a time. Normally, we'll take it one at a time. No,
Forget
we have
Texas.
a lot of people.
Forget Texas, Ohio, where I'm originally from. They're not that sophisticated.
No.
At all.
No.
We have more rednecks there than Texas does.
It's an interesting thing, though. I've noticed, my life experience says that the more syllables you have to use to say what you're trying to say, the less common sense it's probably going to contain. I think they're completely connected.
And then if you then package it with a tie.
Yeah. Then, that chokes all the common sense. It cuts it off before it comes out.
Look, some of my friends have to wear them I love you guys, but loosen it up. Brain, blood, smarts, it'll come back.
I will wear a tie, but you got to die. You got to quit breathing.
And then I'll wear a tie.
I will show up. I'll wear a tie.
I'll wear an ascot.
No, I'm not going to do anything.
I did that one time.
Where do you wear that?
Yeah, where do you wear it?
An ascot?
Yeah, to the Opry.
You don't wear it on your...
To the Opry.
You don't wear it on your...
No, not...
That's a neck thing?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I might wear it. I've always assumed...
some people say my ass is on my head.
That's right. Ascot.
Ascot.
Ah,
Oh, hey.
come on. What am I talking about?
Like you, beer all week. Like you. Wow. Sideways. It's all right.
It's what we do.
We just overcorrect. So you go to one ditch, you overcorrect, you come to the other ditch.
And that causes us to occasionally...
do this.
So we have a timer. Those
Yeah.
regular viewers know, for the people that are just catching up where you've been.
Yeah, come on.
We talk a lot and quickly and sometimes on top of each other. So we have a timer, 10 seconds. It's a dog? Where'd the baby go?
Okay.
It wasn't a baby last week either.
The dog didn't eat the baby, I promise.
Okay.
He didn't. But finding the baby again for some reason with the update Just hasn't happened yet. I'm working on it. I'll download it. I haven't had time.
Did Apple take away the baby?
I knew
they were pro-abortion, but come on. They took the baby out of the phone? Are you kidding me?
You did not just... This week we'll have no intellect whatsoever, just messing with people. That's this week, folks. Wow.
Yeah. So that happened.
Too much comic routine material. Seriously, you guys want to book us? You want us to come and speak?
We'll come and talk.
Come on, we'll do a whole comic routine thing.
This will happen. Here's the cool part. There's no plan. We don't write anything.
Nothing.
It just comes out like a baby.
As one of my favorite people in the world would say, we're just going crap and go by smell.
That's right. That's exactly
That's what we're doing. Yes, sir.
So where were we before we put a Scott on you?
After you said that, I have no idea.
Wearing a tie.
Yes.
How it chokes off common sense.
Yes.
I think
and lots of syllables.
I think it brings to mind something that's really pressing on me.
Okay.
And I know you're way, way, way further down the road of researching how the educational system is so screwed up. Particularly from my perspective, having older kids that have gone through really good, expensive colleges.
Yeah.
And they really screwed them up to some degree. I mean, they're great. They're great now. All my kids, including the 9-year-old with the new puppy. Did I show a picture of a puppy last time?
Yeah,
we should show another one.
Yeah, just do another one. Why not?
He's bigger now. No.
Unbelievable.
They're all entrusted to God. You should never let the fear that your children will not come around, shall we say, don't ever let it overwhelm you.
No, never.
I'm telling you, if you commit your kids to the Lord, and you keep doing it consistently,
whether they like it or not,
believing that He hears you, you're going to be fine.
Oh yeah,
they're going to be
and
fine.
They're going to be great.
You're all going to be soaring through the stars someday together.
Absolutely.
So take it to the bank.
Agreed.
Anyway, the whole high level, upper echelon academia thing has got to come down.
It's ridiculous.
It has to come down.
It's become its own Tower to Babel.
It is.
It has, and it is, and it's just ridiculous. They're not even asking the right questions anymore. So my 6-year-old, super intelligent. You've heard that before. I'll always say it because it's true. But also out of the box thinker. She's a total creative on top of it.
You said 16?
She's 16.
It sounded like 6.
This
is how quickly he speaks.
She's 16.
There you go. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now I know what we're talking about. I remember her. I could not picture
I didn't know you had a 6-year-old.
Yeah,
I had the 8-year-old and the 16-year-old.
All right, go for it.
So we were talking about stuff, and she's shifting her thoughts about school because she's getting ready to start looking at colleges, and now she's going, do I need to?
I would tell my kids to not do it.
So here's what gets interesting. She goes, Dad, what is the purpose of school? Mm-hmm. I said, what do you mean? She's like, it's weird. Now that I'm not in the system anymore, I'm homeschooled. I said, baby, the purpose of school used to be to give you reading, writing, and arithmetic.
And learn
those basic skills that then can be applied to higher education, higher things, higher skill sets that get you into certain positions. Now, those skills can be transferred from position to position to position.
Right.
So instead of saying, what's the purpose of school, they're just piling on more things that indoctrinate. That's just the truth.
Mm-hmm. That's absolutely
because
true.
They're trying to figure out what is the purpose of school. And she goes, well, if it's just so we have the skills, isn't that done by 3rd grade? And then after reading, writing, and arithmetic, shouldn't we at 4th grade start exploring things that interest us or we're prone to? And then by 6th or 7th grade, shouldn't we then be actually developing those skills towards the things that we're prone to or we have natural abilities towards? And then by 9th grade, my head's blown up at this point. She goes, and then by 9th grade, shouldn't we just literally double down on only skills that are the things that we've proven we're good at and we've developed the basic skills for? Should we double down on mastery at that point? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, yeah. She goes, and here's the problem, Dad.
When you get to college, you don't need it.
She goes, here's the problem, Dad. I can Google most everything I need and find it. Go to Smithsonian, find it. There's real sources online now that I can go to that I don't have to worry about it being, crazy politics interwoven
Well,
that are good sources.
I
There are
want to
some
push
good
back a
sources.
little bit.
Oh, sure. But there are some good
In
sources.
particular, the Smithsonian.
Well,
Have you not seen what they've been doing, dude?
I get
They're
that, but she's
dumbing
talking
it
about the
down, they're
archives and
woken
stuff.
it up.
I know, but she's talking about the archives of history and things like that. They
Right.
haven't done anything with that. All the new stuff, they are like,
Right.
It's like Disney. Go old Disney, you're fine. News Disney, you're woke.
Yeah.
So it's insane. But you're right. You're absolutely right. But there are other resources that you can go through and get the data source and the source data itself. And she goes, so why do I need to go to school if I can go find it? Mm-hmm. She goes, so it stopped being the transfer of knowledge, and now we need the transfer of how to apply. And no one's teaching us that.
Wow.
And I'm like, boom. Now, I paraphrased because the conversation was a lot longer. That was long enough. But yeah, that's pretty much what that whole conversation was. And I thought, whoa, yeah, that's it. So we have to start asking those questions again. What is education really for in the 22nd century? What's it for?
So you just gave me a great side gig for somebody, maybe a whole bunch of somebodies.
Okay, I like a whole bunch of somebody.
Do you remember, like when you were a kid, you're not as old as I am, but you're old enough. When you were a kid and you wanted to find something, you wanted to research
Library.
something. Yeah.
Film.
But how about at your house?
Encyclopedias.
Thank you.
I still have a set.
Okay, think about this. Because those have, to a great extent, disappeared.
Yeah.
And because the window of time at which point they started disappearing was kind of the beginning of the wokeness.
Beginning and the end?
The beginning of the end is what it was. Why don't you go to like garage sales, estate sales, eBay, whatever, buy up a bunch of encyclopedias.
And then digitize them.
Absolutely. But when the feces hits the oscillator... And people want real information, sell it to them. There you go.
There you go. Here's a business idea.
Here's the way it really was.
This is truth, and here's the source data.
There you go.
See, that's a beautiful thing. I'll slow down.
I know.
The beautiful thing about encyclopedias is they have all the source material, not an opinion of opinion, but the actual source of the study or the material or the information listed.
Yeah.
So there is no, oh, well, so-and-so thought this after reading that.
No, it's provable.
It's all right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it.
That's a good gig.
I
Somebody
like it.
should do that.
Yeah, please do that.
Like
and if you do, let us know. We'll promote it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Done.
Yeah.
What are we going to call this massive business? Come on.
Massive
Spinning.
Encyclopedic Truth?
I like it. I don't like it, actually.
At all. It sucks.
No, it's pretty
totally
bad.
horrible.
So
We'll get back to you on that. Hey, better yet, anyone has a name?
Give us the name.
TurbulenTruth@gmail.com.
As long as it's not Encyclo Truth.
That was absolutely horrible.
It's pretty bad.
It was bad.
So
This goes to show, my batting average is about 300.
this has to, at some point, when you start talking about education, I know you well enough to see the wheels spinning.
Yep.
This guy won't probably say it yet because it's probably, I don't think it's time to
A little premature.
to open up the box. This guy and his wife.
Mainly my wife.
This guy's wife.
Yeah.
But he'll take part of the credit and certainly the revenue. No, they have developed an entire curriculum, a complete education system process that is so beautiful. I cannot wait for God to do what I know He's going to do.
It's just, it's going to take time, but we're working away at
Not
it.
always.
Cindy's working away at it right now. God's opening doors. It's going to be interesting. We're going to start off with just getting people that are like-minded to join us.
Right.
Build a team.
So how many days did it take God to build this
Right.
fabulous universe?
Right. I'm glad He's not bound by
It
time.
may not take time. It may not take time. No, I think sometimes when you're in the absolute
right.
middle of His will and He says, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Time goes away, dude.
It does.
Things happen real fast.
I've been in the flow before where I've literally said, oh, there's no way I can get this done and this done. Lord, if you don't intercede, there's no way. And 8 hours later, I go, how did I get a week's worth of work done?
Dude,
How
it's
did
amazing.
I do that? And I go, pfft.
Boom.
And even my wife's like, you got what done?
Yeah.
Wow. How did you do that? But again, it's all about being in His flow, which means being close to Him, which means being in prayer and the Word every day. And that's a discipline that if you get that discipline down, it will change your life.
Yeah.
Period.
And when you start honoring him with the moments,
Yes.
he will honor the moments for you.
Ooh, that's good.
He will do it.
You know, that could be a lyric.
Maybe. Thank God we've recorded it. No,
This man remembers everything. He doesn't need a recording.
no, seriously, it's an amazing thing, and I won't go into detail because again, it doesn't. It's
we'll tell you all about
self-aggrandizing.
it when it's time.
But
Absolutely.
But starting about, it seems like about 6 weeks ago, God just said, "Okay, you've waited.
Yeah. Yeah.
You've waited. You've trusted me.
That's true.
Let's go." And man, I'm telling you,
It's starting to happen.
no, it's happening.
Yeah.
And it's just so, and it's in little things sometimes.
Yeah.
It's really interesting.
is.
Did I tell you? I think I mentioned it to you. I was out. We've got these two plants in the front of our house, and they're huge.
They are.
They're massive. They're like 12 feet tall.
Great place to hide, by the way, and jump out.
Yeah, it is. And one of them is sadly slowly dying, and the other one is exploding. So I have to go out, and a couple times this summer, during the summer, I've got to go out there and give that sucker a massive haircut because it really looks stupid if I don't. So I try to make it look dead, and I succeed at that. I was out there doing that, and this golf cart, canary yellow golf cart pulls up.
Okay.
2 guys in it. And I was like, what? And there was a van behind them.
Oh, that's right. You did mention this. Yeah.
There was a van behind them. And nobody got out of the van for a minute. The guys stop and get off the golf cart. Well, they've got on like these yellow, like workman vests.
Safety vests.
Yellow hard hats.
Okay.
They've got IDs. They're on a mission.
Well, your HOA went to a whole nother level.
We don't have an HOA in mind.
Oh,
no,
so
that's one of the reasons we're there. We don't have one. So they just wanted to talk to me, but I figured I've noticed that they've been replacing all the power poles in the neighborhood.
It's starting to happen around Franklin.
It's time to upgrade or put in some new surveillance system. I'm not sure, but they're doing it, and I figured it was part of that.
Yeah.
And they wanted to go, hey, we're going to be here. Don't freak out. We're going to change that pole, whatever.
Don't freak out.
So I'm a friendly guy, and I was friendly. I was like, hey, what's up, guys? And we start talking, and they explained to me that they're with a thing called Unchap.
What the heck's that?
I don't know that I can rattle it
Off the top of your head?
but it was. I've got a picture. I'll show it to the people. It was basically this organization / business that they cruise the neighborhoods, and they look from the street at what they can see, and they make a list of what they can do to help you.
Oh, that sounds suspicious.
Wait for it.
Oh my gosh.
So because I'm out here doing the street, I'm on a 12-foot ladder when they drive up. So as an example, the guy says, "Well,
Can I hold that for you?"
Let me just show you." No, it's like one of those ladders.
Okay,
right?
okay.
He said, "Can I look at that ladder?" I said, "Yeah, sure, go for it." He goes over to the ladder. He climbs up it. He kind of wiggles around a minute, and he sort of looks around. And he comes back down. He says, "Ladder's fine." I said, "Yeah, my ladder's fine."
You're being serious.
I'm being 100% serious. I said, "So now I'm intrigued."
Right, I would be too.
You reckon?
Yeah.
So by now, there's a lady that's gotten out of the van. I guess it's really super hot.
Okay.
And I'm thinking, well, she's on the team, but she didn't want to get that. I don't know. She's got on the whole regalia.
Same thing.
Same thing.
Okay.
She's got a clipboard.
Oh, she had the clipboard.
She had the clipboard, so it gives her some weight.
You're right.
So the guy, I said, so hypothetically, what would happen if you had gone to my ladder and found it somehow unworthy?
Yeah.
He says, what do you mean unworthy? I mean, like you didn't think it passed muster. What happened?
Yeah.
What happens? He said, well, we would take it. I said, no, you wouldn't.
No, it's my ladder.
It's my ladder. And he said, no, well, you would give it to us. I said, yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not. And he said, well, let's just say you did. I said, okay.
Okay, fine.
Let's pretend, hypothetically. So you take my ladder. What do you do with it? He said, we take it to Unit 3.
Unit 3?
Which is the facility that they have established.
Beside Area 51?
It's right next to it.
Yeah.
I said, at the time, I said, okay, that sounds way governmental.
Right.
I don't like it. He said, no, we would fix the ladder and bring it back to you. I'm like, really?
Why?
I said, who pays for this?
Right?
He says, well, you know, I'm sure there's going to be some other sourcing issues. Okay, that screams government.
It's part of the Inflation Act.
At which point At which point I said, so are you guys like governmental somehow? Is it state? Is it local? Is it federal? What are you? And he said, no. I said, but he was a little bit weird when he said that. Then I said, so are you a for-profit company? And he said, well, actually, this lady's husband, Frank Downey, I believe is what he said.
That sounds made up.
Exactly. The two of them moved here from California.
Red flag.
Okay.
Here we go.
All right. And they have a mission to just try to help Nashville, to help the Franklin, Nashville area.
Sure.
And this is their way of doing it. I said, well,
We're just here to help.
I said, I'm going to give you a little heads up. In this neighborhood, I can only speak for my space.
But
I can speak in generalities for the area because I've been here for 46 years. But in this neighborhood, I know every human being here. And I'm telling you that you will not find anybody that's going to be as nice as I've been.
No.
This guy here next door to me, run. Don't knock on that door, dude. The guy, and I said, and just for the record, if I don't let you have my ladder,
what's the recourse?
What happens?
Yeah.
He says, well, we'll have to give you a citation. By whose authority?
Yeah.
I said, well, we have the authority to. I said, no, you don't. You don't.
This is crazy.
It's nuts. It's nuts. And okay, you know me.
Oh yeah.
I went to the mat.
Oh yeah.
I went off.
Yeah.
I did it as sweetly as I could, but I have a lot of words in my head, and when I get passionate, they come out rapid fire with great, concise delivery. And I did it. I went off on them. And then I saw at one point the lady.
Oh boy.
She looked at me.
I know where it's going.
And I saw just a hint of a smile. And I went, you know what? This makes no sense. You people are on a fool's errand. It makes zero sense. The only thing that makes this make sense is if there are cameras in that van right there.
Was there?
And she starts laughing, and she's mic'd up. Without opening the door,
that's
she tells
awesome.
them, "Come on out, fellas." And they pile out.
That's great.
The older gentleman that's been kind of quietly sitting there, letting the younger guy do all the talking, he's got on these dark shades. He takes off these shades. There's a camera right between. So they've captured this whole thing. It's
like candid camera then.
It's candid camera, but with a purpose. They're doing it to show how people do not want governmental intrusion into their private affairs. We don't want it.
No, that's so cool.
And they're using it as a tool to wake people up. It's going to be on a
what's
local,
the name of it?
Unchap.
That is the name.
UNCHAP. Unchap.
Okay.
And
wow.
I took a picture. They had a flag they wanted me to hang. And I'm like, at first I was like, no, I'm not hanging that. But now I might hang it up just to have people ask. No, it was amazing. So you got to look for it.
It's great.
They're in production. It will start appearing, and you will love it. It will make you laugh so hard.
You know, that was worth taking a chunk of the episode for. That is amazing.
It's
I can't
incredible.
wait to watch it. I can't wait to watch it because
I wanted to give it a
that's
shout.
all we need to do is things like that, right?
That's it.
To just shine the light on the crap, on the darkness.
Uncrap. We should do one called Uncrap. No. It was just so funny. They said, what's your name? I said, well, Gary Chapman. My nickname is Chappie. If your name is Chapman, your nickname is always Chappie.
Yeah, always.
For you show up and you're unchapped, dude. You got to blame God. And
right?
As it turns out, they did. It was so much fun.
Very cool.
It was such a cool, but little goofy moments like that tell me that I'm on the path He wants me to be on.
We are on the right
Things
path.
are lining up.
Yep.
Everything lines up.
Agreed.
If you're walking with Him.
That's so good.
It just does.
That's it,
All right.
guys.
I'm still Gary Chapman.
I'm still Scott Kutcher.
And this is Turbulent Truth.
Indeed.
Call me crazy. Gotta tell you, friend, you me crazy. You can rest assured that I've been called much worse. In this dead and wooden world, I guess I go against the grain. And for some that's grounds to label me insane. But I really just don't care if you think I flipped my lid. 'Cause logic did not save me, Jesus did. I guess I'm crazy. 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 Crazy for Jesus. Folks can be raised from the dead. Call me crazy for believing every word the Savior said. I believe the lame can walk and the blind can see again, and that Jesus' blood has covered every sin. I believe that all my friends and family who have died will be waiting for me on the other side. It makes me crazy. 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 Crazy for Jesus. Get wild and loud when I realize he's with me here right now. And I might just lose it laughing, act a fool before your eyes when I think about him coming in the skies. I guess I'm crazy. Day before a judge I stand, when he asks if I think I should